Hey guys, so in this video I am going to be cooking. And what I'm going to be cooking, well, this video, as you can see, is a little different because this is a completely different space than my other YouTube spaces. Really, it's only two spaces that I film in and you don't really need to know, but I make it look different. Anyway, this time it's actually a different space, and as I said, I'm going to be cooking. What I'm going to be cooking is tuna bake, as you would have seen in the thumbnail of this video. And I have various items or ingredients for such meal. Quickly, we have jalapenos, champignons, brown or wholemeal pasta, what it really is. We have tuna, because it is a tuna bake. We have cheese also. Now I'm actually telling you the things that I use for this, so that if you want to do it the same way I do, these are the things to get. So follow carefully. I might put up a chart of a list of the ingredients for you. But with the pasta and the cheese, get wholemeal, and also get some country light cheese, or whatever. It doesn't have to be country, but get light cheese. But the thing is sometimes it's not always light. Sometimes they say it's light, but sometimes when you go back and look at the nutrition information, or whatever it's called, the light cheese has more than the average cheese, and it's fattier. So always look at the back when you're looking at the cheese and all of it. Let's hope everything goes according to plan. But what we have to do first is get the oven warmed up. Turn the light on, fan normal, and put it up to 230 degrees Celsius. What we should do next is the pasta. This is the high in fiber wholemeal pasta. San Remo, I don't know. It really only takes one bag, but I've got a bag and a quarter. Just because the thing that I'm cooking it in is big enough to take that much. Now, what we need is a big pot, like this one, with a lid. Do we have a lid, Mum?
Which one is it?
It's okay if they know you're here. Like I'm okay if they're. See, but which do we have a lid? Nope. Do we need a lid? Do we need a lid for it? So, don't have a lid for it. But you don't really need a lid for it. We can compromise. So, what you need to do next is, of course, put it in. Mic a little loud. Now, what we are doing here is we are filling it up half full, so that it gives the pasta room to expand and cook thoroughly. That way, you know, when they're cooked, they're thick and mushy. You don't want it too crispy and hard, because it's just a little, you know, distasteful. Okay, now that that's done, we've got all that done, put it on the stove. No real time limit, it just needs to be, what you should do is take one out every once in a while, not too many, because you do want a substantial amount of pasta in there for the dish. But what you can do is take some out and test it, see how soft it is and how well cooked it is. So I'm going to put it on now. What I would say is, however the stove is measured, by 1 to 7, the way this is, or in any other different way, turn it up to the highest so that it cooks thoroughly. Anyway, while I do this, now, people don't like cutting onions. Why? Because they make people cry. So what if you have the option, get someone else to do it. And who I got to help me out with this is my little sister Sonia. As you guys have seen so many times my channel with the cars reviews, with the trailer reactions, even our top 10 things we love about Star Wars. So I will welcome Sonia to the stage, or to the kitchen. Anyway, is it okay if you cut this?
Yes.
Okay. While Sonia's doing that, I'm going to cut up the cheese. It's getting my eyes now too. Okay, put it in that. Okay, so the cheese is done and ready, as is the onion, and everything else is ready. Now we are just waiting on the pasta. So, we have done the cheese, the onion. Not to sound rude, but your usefulness has come to an end. Thank you.
That's okay.
Now, a crisp high five as a goodbye.
Glad to be here. Bye.
Well, that's it. That's it for Sonia. You'll see her later in some other videos, I guess. But as for now, while the pasta cooks, what I'm gonna, as the pasta cooks, you don't really need to see the process of the pasta cooking. So what's gonna happen next, just so you know, is I'm going to get a strainer, strain the pasta out because you can't have any water, of course. Strain it out and then put it in the glass oval base, because, well, this is what you need to cook it in. You don't necessarily need to cook it in this, but it's really of your choosing. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to strain the pasta out. Oh, but also put it in a bowl. So what you have to do with the ingredients is get a substantially big bowl and put all the ingredients in that bowl and mix it around with your hands. Also, make sure your hands are clean doing this video, because if you like that's not good. But anyway, make sure you get a substantially big bowl like this. So many bowls. I will say that. So that you can really mix it around good with your hands, and because you got to get all the ingredients touching each other, essentially. Like, it's very intimate. Okay, so that is the pasta done. It's pretty hot right now. Don't touch it, but I will. Oh. Anyway, may have been a bad idea. Just trying to get this stuff out. Come on! Anyway, so the pasta's done. Let it strain. I would suggest to let it sit there for a couple minutes while it strains. While that is doing that, you can get this big bowl. Go on the big bowl so they can see it. Can they see it? Oh, they can see it. Anyway, so while that's straining, you put everything in, not the cheese. Also, one thing I forgot to mention is part of the ingredients. Sue me, I fucking forgot some of the ingredients, alright? Tuna Bake sauce. It is actually named after the dish of this. So if you're going to make a Tuna Bake dish, you need this Tuna Bake sauce. It doesn't have to be the same brand. It can be any brand, as long as it's Tuna Bake sauce. So, I would suggest putting all the tuna in, like putting this in last is best. So put all the tuna in. The onion, the jalapenos, that's a lot of jalapenos, and the champignons. Usually I cut these up, but they're small enough for me not to need to cut them. It's always good when that happens. And then, what you do is you grab this. The metal's kind of hot, so but I'll deal with it. It's actually not that hot, so I'm not a man like I'm trying to make out myself to be. Anyway, pour that all in there. Let the pasta cool down for a bit, because you don't want to burn your hands. One thing I usually do is I put some cold water on it. I probably should have done that, but I really should have done that. Anyway, then you put the tuna bake sauce in. Get it all in there. One thing I would suggest is if there is a little left in there, get some warm water and just put a little bit in there. Not too much, but that's best. Shake it around just so you get it all in there, and then do that. So you still want the thickness of the sauce. You don't want it too thin, because it will take away the taste, I guess, and maybe some of the texture. Throw the thing out, and then, God willing, if the pasta is cool enough, stick your hands in there and mix it all around. Wow, okay, this is a problem. I did not think this through. So, 2 spoons, because the pasta is so hot. It's really up to you. If you want to use your hands, then you may have to get some cold water to cool the pasta down, but if you don't do that, I would suggest using spoons because you're going to hurt your hands. And then do this. I personally prefer to use my hands because it gets everything in. But seeing as I said, did not think this through, I'm doing it this way. Also, get the tuna in there as much as you can. Get as much tuna in there as you can. I'm gonna go hands for this end bit because I hope it's cool enough. Yeah, it's cool enough now. So, once it is cool enough, as it is now, get the hands in there and then just mix it around. Okay, so what I like to do here is try some to see if it's going the way I want it to. Don't have to do this bit, but this is my personal favourite moment, or part of it all. When everything is going according to plan, and then you try some, and then it's amazing. I really love it. I love this bit. Okay, so what we do now is we pour all of this into this, like so. Go down, and then you just, you know, pour it in. Also, make sure that it doesn't, you know, spill over, because it's problematic. Oh, jam. Jam? I don't know why I said jam. I washed my, oh my gosh, no! I love this. Just, I'm gonna get all these jalapenos in, because you don't want one jalapeno being left out. It's okay, you in there. Now, this is a really disgusting part of the video. Anyway, okay, so what happens now is cheese. You have to cover it all. Well, first we'll see how much cheese needs to cover it all. I think I may have put too much tuna bake in the dish, so if some cheese spills over, it's okay. I think cooking is meant to be messy. I don't know, but yeah, if it spills over, it's okay. It's a kitchen. Mess does happen. Okay, so that is the whole dish essentially. What happens next is we put it in the oven and wait for it to be cooked. Okay. Oh, jeez. It is quite heavy, guys. Just so you know. And just leave it in there for about until the cheese is melted. That's really the best. That's the best way. Like, you got to look down there and make sure that it's melted, and then like it's all crispy brown, I guess, is the best description for what you're looking for when it's done. Okay, so see when it's done. Okay, so it's getting pretty late. That's why, you know, the lights have been turned off, except for that one. You don't really need to know, but I'm getting tired now, so that is good enough. I'm just gonna, you can use a towel to grab it. I would suggest using something, because it's gonna be really damn hot. So maybe a towel or a glove. I personally, I have a glove. So yeah, it's pretty alright. Actually, you know what? Ow, 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 ow. Shit, that's too hot. Okay, so the glove didn't work because it's not thick enough, but this should be. It's actually quite heavy. My wrist. Okay, so that's pretty. It's not golden brown. It's close enough to golden brown, but pretty good dish. I love this dish. So that is it for this video. Done and over. Thank you guys for watching this video. I love you guys. It was really fun, I guess, for me to do this video for you guys. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun, and I will see you in the next video. And if you like, you know what, let me know if you have any interesting meals that you'd like to share. Let me know down in the comments or whatever, but see you guys later.